Yawn, yawn, yawn. And we're back with another episode of the Pals Podcast. I am your co-host, Danny Galarno.
And I am Ricky Liordi. And Danny, who do we have on today?
VYTØ, Darius, DJ, Toronto DJ,
Yep.
ex-finance bro.
Yeah, overall just like fucking great personality. He's a great storyteller. I actually met him at Frank Walker's show a few weeks back, and I was like, yo, this kid's like honestly just
I was
good
with
energy.
you.
Oh yeah, you were there too. Yeah, sorry, Danny. He had great energy. I was like, yo, like let's get this guy on the pod. We got him on, and he is a storyteller. And it's always fun to see someone at the beginning of their career too. Like, not saying he's at the beginning, but he's kind of in the early stages. So hearing some of his stories and his recent road trip to his recent tour in the States, had some good stories. But yeah, overall just fucking great guy.
Great guy, and like I can't wait to see where he is going next. Like I feel like he has a really good head on his shoulders, which is
Especially
so important.
for a young guy, yeah.
And you can like see that in like the way he speaks and the way he like talks about it, and this is a big passion for him.
Yeah.
And career. So it's smart, and he's doing it the right way. So I really hope everything goes as to plan for him, and I can't wait to see what he does this summer.
Yeah. Darius, appreciate you coming on, buddy. We wish you all the best this year. He's going to be running a series of parties in Toronto called Out of Office starting in May. So make sure you check him out. Follow him on Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all those good things. And Danny, what do we say?
Let's fucking go.
Let's have some fun.
All right, first pod. Well, welcome on. Usually we do a rolling start, but I feel like this one was kind of like an awkward cut there, but you're good.
All right, let's do it.
All right, man. Well, welcome. Glad to have you on.
Appreciate you guys
First
having
pod,
me.
right?
First pod virginity.
But yeah, you do a lot of social content too, though. Like I see you online, I see you posting, I see you shaking.
Yeah, I've been trying to get better at it. Honestly, it's a lot harder than I gave people credit.
Really?
Before I started, yeah. Like talking to, I consider myself a pretty social guy.
Definitely.
Like going out, I love to meet people, like to talk to new people. That's how I kind of got started in the whole industry. But when it comes to like one-on-one talking to a camera, I get like so much more nervous about what I'm posting out there. I don't know why.
Well, it's like you almost have to get through that hump of like forget about the little imperfections of the video, and they don't have to be perfect every single time. Like I feel like you probably had to get over it, like your voiceovers. Like how many times at the beginning you had to redo your voiceovers?
My voiceovers are the only thing I ever used to get like weirded out about. I was like, I feel like it just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
And then I figured out the trick. Now I don't mind them, but yeah, no, going on camera, I never like. I'm just like, if people don't like my face, they don't like my face. It is what it is, right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I hope people like my face, but
the tough part is for you. It's like you're not a content creator. You're a DJ, right? Like,
yeah.
But you also have to do content.
That's the other thing, right? Because I find that, like, I tried to approach the whole social media thing like a business, right? So going from, like for a little bit of background, like I worked in finance for the last 2 years, and I just decided about 7 weeks ago to go full time with the whole DJ thing.
Right.
Yeah. So like, I was in business school, like two parents that like obviously wanted their kid to be the whole capital markets wizard and everything. And that was a really fun dinner conversation we had when I was like, guys, like we're going full time with this. But social media has provided me and all these other DJs with a new way to essentially blow up. Right.
Yeah.
And after talking with like different content creators that you just meet out on King West or whatever it is, like in this small community you have, it's like, drop the ego and just like use this as a platform to show what you like, right?
Yeah.
And there's different avenues, I guess you could say, the way I've been trying to split up my content, where it's like, okay, yeah, sure, there's like music focused ones where it's like, okay, this is how I produce, this is like what a day in the life looks like. But then people don't just want to see that, right? Like, and I'll give credit to some other DJs that I've met. They're like, in order to build a fan base, they want to know who you are as a person, right? And I even noticed that with your content, right? It's like, okay, like I'll plug this is what I'm doing here, but like they get to know who you are as a person. So that's one thing we're working on for sure. I'm going to try and get it more into food reviews. That's my next thing.
Oh, I love it.
Food reviews is my next thing.
I want to rewind though. How did you get into DJ? I don't even know this. I never asked you. How did
Yeah,
you get into so you're a finance bro. But before that, you started DJing during, after?
No, so even before that, right? Just for context here, like on a resume, I'm like the biggest typical walking red flag you could think of, right? So like,
Well, I mean, you can't be that much because you're self-aware, so that's a good sign.
I'm self-aware, all
Yeah,
right?
good sign.
We've grown a lot, but it started out I was actually a junior hockey player, and then when COVID hit, I was realistic, right? Like, I'm not going to the show, I'm not going to the NHL, and I ended up getting into Queen's Commerce.
I was gonna say you either went to Western Ivy, Queen's Commerce.
Yeah, so
you're part of one of the frats there.
So Queen's Commerce kid, right? And then during
This kid fucks.
yeah, fuck. Yeah. So then during COVID, actually, there was one night where I was so bored, and there was like an original Avicii documentary on Facebook. So this was never like actually like, I don't know if it was actually properly released, but like on Facebook, and I watched it, and I was just like, fuck. Like, to me, it filled a void for me where it was like, okay, like I always had that hockey player persona that was like, sadly to say, like 90% of my personality, right? Which it is with a lot of kids that age. Yeah. But then when it came to DJing, I was like, damn, like I've always liked music. My parents always liked music. Growing up, I had some really like not actual blood related uncles, but like used to DJ back in like the 80s and 90s. They never let me hear it now. It's like, oh, you're not a real DJ. You're not on vinyl, right? Yeah. But it's like, I'm like, okay, whatever, man. But
it's like, fuck you, uncle.
Yeah, literally, fuck you. But point being is, I ended up just like, right after watching that documentary, I went on Amazon and I ordered like some shitty little $200 board, right? And then started like liking it. And then when I got to Queens, I was like, okay, because I took a gap year and played junior, all my friends were a year ahead of me, right? And so for me, I was like, okay, like how can I like make a name for myself and not just be some other random kid on campus? And I was like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna become like a sick DJ. I sucked at the start, right? Like every
self-aware.
Every kid thinks it's like, okay, I'm gonna like play levels and like it's gonna be sick and everyone's gonna get going. But you know, you grow and you develop. But then I just grinded, honestly, like YouTube videos, and that's kind of how I learned. And I got super lucky because by the beginning of my second year, I ended up getting residency at like at Queens, like there's not a lot of clubs, right? There's like three stages, Trinity, and then the Ale House.
Oh, Ale House, yeah.
Those are like the three staples. So Trinity gave me like my first shot, and then since then it just kind of like has gone like this for me.
So what are you, like 23, 24?
24.
How many shows have you played lifetime? Ballpark.
Fuck. Hundreds and maybe over 1,000 at this point if we're just counting.
You've been ripping then.
Yeah, like I've been doing this for like 5 years now, pretty much.
And you got, I think, probably 2 shows a week kind of thing? Average?
Yeah, like right now it's like 2 shows a week, like in the current environment that I'm in, where the big decision factor for me was after I graduated, that's kind of where you can either give it up or you continue to do it, right? Yeah. And obviously, like you guys being on King West, like knowing kind of the ins and outs, like DJs are a dime a dozen, like let's be honest here, right? So for me, it was like, okay, first off, there's no one that's my age that's DJing on King West. Like everyone is kind of doing that as their like full-time gig or it's a side hustle for them, but they're all in like late 20s, 30s, even some in their 40s, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, it was like, okay, how the hell am I going to break into this market, right? Especially because they're not going to take most kids my age seriously. And then I'll plug my manager now. I'll plug Ollie, right? So shout out to Ollie Shanks, 5-time guest, right?
5-time guest.
5-time guest, right?
First and only 5-time guest.
Exactly, right? So then a lot of content started coming on my For You page. Like the algorithm actually did me some good. And it was like, listen, if you want to break into the industry, you need to realize that this is a business that everyone's running. And in order to make a business successful, they got to make money. How are you going to do that? Pushing tickets, packing the bar. And so I remember I actually just cold called Ollie, like swear to God, like cold called this guy. And I was like, listen, man, heard your name around. Like people knew who he was. Yeah, and I was like, cold called the guy. I was like, listen, I would love to DJ a Parlor. Like that was back when he was with Parlor and Dear Lady. And then he was like, okay, like, listen, man, like I'll give you a night. Like, let's see what you can do. Right. And I have never like sent so many texts in my life. Like, you know, like that like Saturday night. And it's just like,
buddy, I get it.
It felt like Saturday night at 3 a.m. when I was battling, right? Like I was like, I was like, I am just going to mass send text for everybody. And then we ended up building, honestly, this party at Dear Lady, which back then I thought it was like the sickest place ever. Like in its heyday, it was dope, right? But none of the kids my age really knew what King West was, because we were all in our party areas at school. And then we'd come back and everyone would just flood to Paris, Texas, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, guys, like, let's be realistic. 90% of you don't like country music, and no hate to them. Like, anyone that goes to Paris, Texas, like, I've had some nights there and I love it. But
Paris, Texas slaps, yeah.
Paris, Texas slaps. But ended up being like, okay, like, you want good music, you want more of an upscale vibe.
You want to dress up.
You want to dress up. You want to have, like, a proper clubbing nightlife experience where you're going to have good hospitality at the same time. So I worked really, really closely with Ollie with that, and we ended up building something massive. And then when it came to going full time with the DJ thing, it was actually as soon as I started my finance job full time, we had like orientation week. And on like
where was your full-time job?
Scotiabank. So I was
you're fucking
it was
you're
like
suit and tie every day downtown.
It was suit and tie every day downtown, and I like
60-hour weeks.
Yeah, if like lucky if it was a 60-hour week. But I remember I went to him on like the 5th day of orientation, and I was like, honestly, fuck this, man. Like, I can't do this. Like, I know you've taken other DJs up the ranks and like built some pretty sick careers out of it. What do I need to do to get you off the couch and do this with me, right? Because at this point, like, he's doing his own other ventures, right? He's growing as a person as well. And then he's like, okay, like, I'm going to put you in boot camp. And I kid you not, like, this guy put me in boot camp for a year, where it was like, you got to learn how to DJ properly, because when you're coming from university, all you do is you just play sing-alongs. Like, the amount of time...
You play bangers.
You play bangers.
You play bangers for 3 hours, and that's it.
That's literally it, right? And then I was like, okay, like, boot camp started. So then what I actually did is I ended up meeting some amazing DJs, because there are so many talented guys on King West that actually know how to, like, control a room. Meaning that, like, sure, 25% of the people like rap, 25% of the people like country, the other 50% like house, whatever it might be. And also, like, quick tip, like, always play for the girls is, I feel like, a number one thing that everyone should know.
Yeah, 100%.
But I used to go, even on the nights that I wasn't working, and I would sit at the end of the bar for 4 hours and watch every single DJ.
You're and just like a fucking DJ Hardo.
I just studied. I was like, because you graduate from going to like playing Rihanna and Justin Bieber for hours on end that everyone can sing along to, or it's like, no, okay, it's 10 o'clock and it's dinner service, and there's actually people with money here that aren't slamming dollar beers. Like, they want to enjoy their time. So anyways, I ended up studying, learned how to properly DJ, open format, which is a big thing. And then I got into production. That was like...
But sorry, I want to cut you off before we get into production. What do you mean by actually DJing? I know what you get. I get what you're saying. But what do you mean by that?
So when I say actually DJing, I think the biggest thing is understanding how to take the crowd on a journey. So starting out, you got to make sure that it's like, okay, let's say, I don't know, like I'll use like Laissez-Faire for an example right now, because that's where I'm a resident right now. But it's like, okay, as soon as I walk in there, people are enjoying their wine, they're enjoying their steak. It's like, okay, play some vibey stuff, get people moving. Then it's not necessarily like you want to bring everyone like a roller coaster where it's like high, and then drop them off, right? Because you got to understand that there's this thing called dance floor rotation, is what a lot of people like to call it. A bar is going to be pissed if all you're doing is playing bangers all night because everyone's dancing and singing along and they're not buying drinks. That's just not how it works. So when I say actually DJ, it's being able to hop from genre to genre. LF's a little different because it's all house music, but at any other bar, it's like making sure that you're appeasing the rest of the crowd all the time. And so, like, sure, when it gets to like 11:30, 12 o'clock, being able to just read a crowd properly and feed off their energy, and also making sure that you're not just playing music. Like, you gotta understand, like, it doesn't matter if you're playing for 20 people or 2,000 people. You got to make sure that you're the entertainer. Like, you're the one that people are looking for to give them that energy. And also understanding that, like, sure, like, some people, like, this is their big night out. Like, this is their birthday. This is their celebration. Like, you don't want to give a lackluster performance just because you're fucking tired that day. Or
100%.
Yeah. So
And it's so funny you say going on a journey. I've heard Ollie tell George. So one of my best friends is a DJ too. We grew up at Western with Ollie, and I remember him actually telling George that exact same thing. It's like, you got to take the people, the crowd on a journey. Like, especially if you're the opener.
100%.
Being an opener, everyone thinks you just got to hype everyone up for the main crowd. It's like, no, you got to set them so that when the main act gets on, they are climbing up that ladder. Like, they're basically getting there, because that's your job as an opener. You can't just be playing bangers at 11 o'clock if the headliner doesn't get on until 12:30.
Exactly. And like, back to where I actually met you guys, right? Like, I think what's so underappreciated is being an opening DJ is so much harder, I think, than being a headliner, right?
I'd agree with that.
So like, when Frank gave me that opportunity, right? So opening for Frank Walker, it's like, okay, like, let's think here. He's golden era. He's kind of got that like 2013 to 2019 like EDM sound.
Big room progressive
house. How am I going to ensure that the crowd is amped so that they have that, like, I don't want to say reserved energy, but it's like, okay, I'm going to bring them up. And then about 10, 15 minutes before Frank actually gets on, then it's like, okay, settle them down a little bit so that when he gets on, it's like this big special moment for them. And then I had closing duties that night too. So like, that's where like,
you can have some fun.
That's where you can have some fun, right?
You're not going to play whatever the fuck I want. Everyone's already peaked.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, everyone's already peaked and I'm just going to rip this room apart right now. Like, it's a lot more fun, but
yeah, I agree with that.
No, opening is definitely like a skill in itself that took me a lot to learn. I definitely had to learn through like the School of Hard Knocks that way. Like,
George, if he was here, he would tell you some funny stories, man. That guy, like, I'm not gonna say it, but anyways, yeah, he got schooled a couple times, like once by like Above and Beyond's manager. It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, like I've gotten scolded a couple times. Like when I was like a full on rookie, like I played like Move by Adam Port at like 10:30 at like a big show, and that was just not it didn't go over well. Put it that way.
That's like
put
a
it that
recent
way.
thing for you. Like our university days. Mine's at least like 15 years ago. Yours is still like almost a decade ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know we're old. We just really aged ourselves.
Okay, let's get. So you kind of learned. You did this DJ boot camp. You're studying all the other performers. Who are people in Toronto that actually you kind of looked up to then?
So I think like a big person I looked up to, not personally knowing them, but well, Frank I do personally know, like thanks to
Frank's
the
a
connection.
legend.
Like Frank's a legend.
He's nicest guy. You would have no idea.
So nice. Yeah. Always had time. And I remember like I like introduced myself to him for the first time at like Equinox, I think. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like big fan, man. Like would really appreciate like any advice you have. And like immediately, like such a nice guy. He's like, yeah, here's my number. Like text me whenever you need. Like you have demos, you have this, like shoot me a message.
Frank's good shit.
He's great. He's great.
He's a pal. Is he a one-time or two-time?
One time.
Yeah, we got to get Frank back on actually.
Yeah, him, obviously the boys from Loud Luxury. Don't know them personally, but similar kind of trajectory that I want to go on, right? Like they started in university, went to Western, Canadian kids, and they've soared like to superstardom, right?
They got an they have residency
XS.
at XS and win an encore. So yeah, legend. That's fucking.
That's pretty legendary, right?
Yeah, that's their fucking.
So yeah, like them, and then what I would say like more local guys that really helped me along the way would be Ada's a number one guy for me. John Easy's a number guy for me. Like these guys were like they didn't have any reason to take time out of their day, especially being like these guys can DJ anywhere they want within the city, right? Yeah. Like they have that kind of that like I guess you could say Toronto legendary status, you could say. But it's like, okay, like why really am I gonna take 20 minutes on my day to talk to this little piece of shit 23-year-old, right? Like at the time, right? Like really, like he's gonna be like every other frat DJ, but they took the time, taught me open format, how to read a crowd, and even just like proper networking, because I feel like that's a massive part of the business that so many people don't factor in, right?
Yeah, and it's one of those things too. It's like think about how many respectfully they've seen, right? Like
100%.
There's so many kids that graduate university. Oh, I'm gonna do these DJ thing. I'm gonna do this DJ thing. I'm gonna do this. And it's like they don't treat it like a real business, so they just want to do it so they can drink for free and have sex with hot girls. Like,
yeah, that's
again, that's it's
that's why we all start. Let's be honest, right? like to some extent, it's why we all start.
I get it.
But I think there's a big separation that people need to understand now. And I'm running into this currently, like when I'm getting because I've obviously like I've boosted my stock a little bit, right? When it comes to like getting other shows and whatnot, and like really still in like the beginning stages of this journey that I'm going on. But there's a big difference, like, and sure, like I'm gonna be hypocritical here because I broke into the industry by being a DJ promoter, right? Like I originally started at like my first Toronto gig ever was I was a resident at Daisy. If you guys remember that
Of course, Sam Resnick too. Legend.
So yeah, like Sean Kane, Lee Kane, like those guys like started me out, and like we had like I think it was my 3rd year summer, so I was like capital markets intern by day, and then like grinding out these like parties at Daisy like by night.
It's
and
like a little bit COVID starting to end too, so it's like
exactly like
people
so we're
are really trying
like,
to like go out and like have fun.
I got lucky with the time, and like everyone was just like trapped in a room and everything, so it was like we kind of hit it at a good time. And then that's when I went to pitch Ollie, right, to get to kind of like that next level where it was like it was.
And that's the time Parlor and year later, or specifically Parley, was like it was really fucking like
it was bumping, and like it was a great foundation for me to build off of. But now when it came time to like doing this boot camp and like really figure out what my priorities were in life, it's like, listen, I appreciate the fact that like I did the finance grind. I went to business school, grinded my ass off for it. But for me, it was like, you guys are both entrepreneurial, right? Like I didn't want, and no hate to anyone that still works in finance or anything, but it was like,
I'm an accountant.
Okay. So, but like for me, it was like,
fuck you.
But for me, it was like, I hated the notion that I was like, okay, like I could honestly be stuck going to the same office at the same day for the rest of my life, right? And so I was like, okay, like I'm 20. Oh, I made the decision when I was 23, but I was like, why wouldn't I take this risk, right?
100%.
And
If you're gonna take the risk, that's like the perfect age to do it. Because regardless, I'm not gonna say you are, but let's say you like absolutely hate this in 5 years, you're still in your 20s, and it's never too late to start a new career.
And that was kind of my perspective with it. Plus, I honestly think that like grinding it out in finance and having that business background to build off of, because I didn't approach this like some artists will approach this because they are purely artists, right? Like they have artistic vision and whatnot, and it's like, I'm going to go off the vibe and like make songs, and if one hits, great. For me, like I try to approach this like an actual entrepreneurial venture, right? So it's like, what am I projecting for cash flows? How am I going to sustain this business? What is my growth plan? What are my KPIs? Like, how am I going to actually make this into a lucrative income stream for myself, right? Because the last thing I want to do is be like the guy, like, and like, listen, like one thing for me is like, I like to say like I'm a relatively confident guy, but the other thing is like blocking out the haters where it's like, okay, like this guy just like, I don't know, his parents dropped a bunch of money on like Queen's Commerce, and now it's like, what, he's a DJ? There's also that fear factor in me too, right? That's driving me. It's like, okay, like
I can't fail.
I can't fail. Like I really can't fail at this. And like the one thing, like I'll plug my parents quickly. Don't be a hack was like the number one thing that like I have always feared, and like fear that turns into drive, right? Like I don't think the only thing to fear is fear itself at this point, but it's like, take the risk. What is the worst thing that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But you think about it. What is the worst case scenario?
Honestly,
what's
like
your worst case scenario right now? It doesn't work.
It
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And like, listen, like that entrepreneurial drive that I have it's never going to change. It could be with DJing. It could be with fitness products. Like, I don't know. Right.
Yeah,
but
there's so many people that are scared to start because of either what other people think or because they're scared to fail.
Yeah.
But first off, who gives a fuck what other people think? Literally, unless it's your close circle with the people that you love, fuck everybody else. And even them, fuck them sometimes too. And number two, if you fail, what's the worst that happens?
Yeah.
You start over again?
Exactly.
The game's not over. You have not unlimited lives, but you have a good amount of lives, especially at 23, 24. So it's like, let's say you do this for 3 years, and then the worst case scenario is you lose the love for it. And then again, you pack it up. You say, hey, I had fun these last 5 years. And you continue back onto finance or some other venture.
Or and we were talking about social media before too. You're also building that stream as you're DJing too. So it's like, I just want to like, that's like probably one of the best things for artists right now, being able to kind of gain a second revenue stream.
Networking.
By networking on like social platforms.
100%. And like the thing that really did it for me, that like to what you guys just said, like getting over that fear factor, was I have honestly I have the most supportive family, and I have the most supportive friends around me when it came to that stuff. Like, they were the ones that, they were a big driving force in me deciding to go full time with this, right? Because I have brutally honest friends as well, where it's like, and a brutally honest manager as well, like, for that matter. But it's like, if I sucked, I know they wouldn't be telling me go do this full time, right?
Yeah.
But before I was even considering, they're like, man, like, and I'm not saying I was great, right? There's always room for improvement. But it was like, they were like, listen, like, I think if you put time and effort into this, like the way that I've seen you put time and effort into, whether it was hockey or exams or whatever it was before, there's no reason you don't have a realistic shot at trying to do something in this industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, moving forward, it's like there's so many plans in the works now, especially for like this upcoming summer. And like, it's just really, really exciting to see how it's kind of all unfolded, even though I don't want to necessarily say like I'm not even close to reaching my goals, but just like the things that you can create, right? Because I think that specifically Toronto and the kids my age, because we really, really did get fucked with COVID, but I'm sure you guys might be able to agree with me here, but like, let's be honest, like, I'm sure partying was way better before COVID.
I'm biased, obviously, but yeah, partying.
Yeah. It was different. Like, even now, like, you're talking about King Street, and like, even like, oh, remember Daisy? That's like yesterday. Whereas like, there's the places before Daisy, before all those things, before COVID.
I heard everyone talks about the government.
Yeah, government was like a spectacle.
Yeah.
You only went like once a month, if that.
No, once a quarter.
Yeah, I worked at Sky Bar, which was the rooftop patio at government, and we did that for 2 summers. So I used to be a promoter back in the day. That's how I know Ollie. And like, places like that was crazy. But Danny, I actually want to ask you, when you were his age in Toronto, where did you go out?
I went to Spice Route.
See, that's insane to me, because that's how young you are to me.
Yeah. It was like Spice Route and EFS, like, where like if I was going out, but like Spice Route was like my, like, because I knew everyone there. Yeah, and I was like friends with there. So like, you just walk in, and that was just where we went. And then there was Early, like everyone went to,
like,
and then
when
EFS.
I was his age, it was like, this is London.
Yeah, no.
It was huge. Like, Roosevelt Room had like a 2-year heyday. Yeah, This is London is probably the one that stands out. Wet Bar, but you guys are too young for Wet Bar. You were fucking in diapers when Wet Bar was big.
I'm not gonna lie. The only place I know that you guys have name dropped is EFS. I've heard about EFS.
Yeah, Cobra Toronto. Anyways, I'm aging myself for sure.
You're only 5 years older than me.
But 5 years is a long
time, especially in the industry.
Especially because like you don't know the entertainment district.
Well, I know of it, but yeah,
you know of it, but you didn't go to it.
No,
because the entertainment district died when I was 25.
Well, because it all switched. It went from like John and Peter like area, then it over to King, and then Queen, then back to King.
Yeah, it's
like,
exactly what it did.
It's what happens.
I think of even me, like when I first started like promoting in Toronto, we were like entertainment district. This is London. We did, Sky Bar. We did Wet Bar, Time Sundays, and then it kind of that slowly died, and there was only like 1 or 2 spots left. And then it moved over to King West, but King West wasn't what it is now, that it's like full of bars and restaurants. Like
That's
King
crazy.
West 10 years ago was just EFS, like
Lost.
EFS Lost.
Like, do you ever think like they'll never like
What's
experience like a classic Lost Monday from like years ago? Like they'll never have that.
Yeah, they'll never have that. But again, it used to be like bigger clubs. Now there's like, what's the biggest club in Toronto right now? Bottle service club.
See, I think it's because
Probably Rebel. Maybe Rebel.
Yeah, but Rebels,
Or do you count Rebel or Department? Maybe
Departments because
but that was there before too. That was
Rebel's like an
Union, then
entertainment
Toy
complex.
Box.
Yeah, it used to be Toy Box, right?
And then before that was Union. Like it's been always
before
a club.
Union was
something else. It's like it's been the same spot, just changed its names over the years. But like I feel like the culture in Toronto has also changed from the club scene more, and I don't know if it's a generational thing. Just to more of like maybe a bar scene, supper clubs. Like that's kind of where the energy went.
Yeah, and that's why like the thing that I'm working on now for like this next summer, like my goal for this next summer is honestly like starting small, like take over Toronto. It's like not worrying about like it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna blow up in Europe or blow up in the States, right? Like I had my first little exposure in the States a couple of weeks ago, which was really, really cool. But
what happened?
So I actually met up with a cool DJ. His name's D-Rock. So he is a guy that really showed me the back end ropes of the business as well. And luckily, like, really, really cool dude. We vibed, and he was like, yo, dude, like, I'm actually like touring in the States for like the next couple of weeks. Like, would love for you to join me. And so like I obviously like jumped at the opportunity, right? So it was it was cool to get that first little taste of like what it's actually like to be on tour. And like, sure, like it's so fun, but it's not as like glamorous as people would think it really is, right? Like we did like 3 cities and 3 different days, like 6 different flights, and like it was awesome. So it was my first time ever seeing what like partying at like a state's, like a US school was really like.
Wait, what schools did you do?
So we did TCU. So Texas Christian.
TCU fucks.
TCU. Like shout out TCU.
Shout out TCU,
fucks.
man.
TCU fucks.
That's not a Christian school, that's for sure.
Yeah, fuck is it not?
I got friends that graduated last year from there.
I
can't believe I see it. I have friends that graduated college last year, but yeah, I shockingly have friends that graduated college last year.
Like we went to TCU. Here's a good story actually. So like we show up to TCU, right? And I'm like, okay, like it's important, right? Thinking like a content creator. I'm like, okay, I got to bring a videographer. Like, let's make sure we're getting content this entire weekend. And
you brought a videographer?
Oh yeah,
good for you.
So like, and it's this kid. Shout out Reese, my boy. But Reese is he's a kid that I met when I played like my first ever like headline mini festival in Toronto, right? And he was working the event, and I got like random photos sent to me. I was like, dude, these are sick. And so I like brought him on full time. Like he works with me full time now.
That's amazing.
So he's awesome, right? So been building like a bit of a team and infrastructure, obviously.
Wow, good for you.
But anyways, we show up to TCU, and like he's like, we get to the hotel room, we're meeting with D-Rock, like we're preing, and like these frat kids are like, oh, like let's go, like the show. It's like 6 o'clock, I think, and the show, like I wasn't going on till 11, and the guys are like, oh yeah, like come to the frat house, like we're preing. I'm like, it's fucking like 5:30. Like what do you mean we're gonna pre for 4.5 hours? And then Reese, I just see like his fucking face drop. I'm like, fuck, like what'd you do, right? And this idiot forgot his passport like on the plane. Flight 1, forgets his passport on the plane. He's got like an air tag with it at least, but he's like, yo, dude, like I really screwed up. And we have a flight to New York in like, I kid you not, like 15 hours. And this plane leaves to Missouri. So his, like, he's seeing like the air tag ping. It's like in Missouri. I'm like, okay, honestly, man, like,
let's go pre.
Like, I'm like, honestly, man, like, you might as well just drink at this point because your passport's gone. Like,
the good thing is you're in the States, so you don't even need a passport anymore.
Yeah, we didn't know that though. Like, uneducated travelers, right? So, like, I can't, like, we roll up in backpacks, right, for 4 days. We're like, all right, fuck it, we'll figure it out. It's fine.
The frat finance boy showing up.
It was terrible, but so it was fun. So
you're preing, yeah.
So we're preing. And like when I say the States do it differently, like they do it differently, right? Yeah. So there's like every DJ like has a rider, and like to be honest, like, it's my first time ever being able to say like I have a rider. So like that was pretty sick.
What was the rider?
So I was just like, I don't know, like tequila and nicotine, right? So like I was like I'm not gonna be like overly asking like overbearing or anything, right? And honestly, like, I have D-Rock to thank about that because he really didn't need to give me one. But I was like, yeah, like tequila and nicotine, right? So I show up to this like frat house, which by the way, like it's not a frat, it's a mansion.
Yeah.
It's a frat mansion. And these kids are like, oh yeah, like this is
it's frat row too at TCU. There's just a row of all the houses. Were you still with us when we? Oh, you weren't.
I left you in New York.
I've been to TCU too, but it's like a row of all the frat houses, and then the sorority houses are like a couple streets over or whatever.
Yeah, so like these guys are like, they like pull up and they're like, oh, like yeah, sorry, we had to host you at like our second house, not our regular one, because we got like, I don't know, like shut down or something. I was like, looks pretty good to me, man, right? So anyways, these guys like pull up with like 2.6 and like I'm a Zin guy, right? Or like
I figured that when you said nicotine was on the rider.
These guys, like, I thought they were just giving me like a couple tins for the show. Like these guys show up with like 4 sleeves of like Zins. Like,
bro,
so
fucking
pumped. And I'm not even like the headliner. Like I'm just like the chump tagging along with D-Rock, right? And these guys like hooked me up. They're like, so good to meet you, da da da. And like they like really hooked it up. So that was sick.
TCU fucks, man.
TCU fucks. So shout out. And they were like such nice kids. They're like,
what frat is this? Give a shout out.
No, forget the name. To be completely honest, sorry boys. I'm sorry, boys.
Gutty.
I'm sorry, but I forget the frat.
They all fucking sound the
TCU.
same.
No, it's
Gamma Phi, Delta, whatever, bullshit. It all sounds the same.
Sigma, Kappa, Phi, something, right?
So that's how you know he's not a frat guy, or else he would have remembered the name.
Well, he went to Queens. As soon as he said Queens, I knew he wasn't a frat guy.
I'm pretty sure. I guarantee I would have been a frat guy if I went to.
I mean, if you went to Western
right?
or the States, anywhere, you would have definitely.
Exactly. My brother's actually a frat guy, so like he's the one that got he got involved with it. But yeah, like TCU was sick, and then the next frat.
Wait, how'd you get the passport?
Oh
back?
yeah, so the passport. Sorry, I forgot about that. Reese filmed the show. It's like 4 a.m. We're so blackout, right? And this guy just like his phone keeps pinging and pinging. I'm like, can you fucking answer your phone? Like whoever's trying to booty call you right now, like pick it up. Like I don't care. We're splitting a room. I'll leave, right? And
One
like,
of the boys.
like, and then he's like, holy shit, my passport's like back in Texas. So the flight went from Missouri back to Texas, and he goes to the airport. And like he's arguing with people, blah blah, and it's because no one grabbed the actual passport. Like it was in the
It just
slot.
stayed in the
it was
plane.
in the slot of the plane, which is like such a rookie move. So I'll rip you for that one. Like such a rookie move,
Huge.
right? But anyways, he ended up getting it back, and like the guy, I don't think the guy slept for like 70 hours. that
Legend
weekend.
Reese.
Legend, and like
Legend.
got sick content from it too.
Legend.
So then we went.
Gio, that's what we got to do with you, buddy. No sleep, 72 hours.
I'm gonna go home.
She was like, no, I'm good.
So then we went to New York. New York was dope, and then the next show was actually Penn State.
Oh, Penn State.
Which was just like absolutely like shout out Stage West, because that was the place that we played at, and like it was honestly like one of my favorite shows that I've ever played on. Like it was dope.
Yeah.
And that was kind of when it hit me, like after that show, like how much I can appreciate like all these different artists and their entire teams that do
Do you want a drink?
tour. Actually, that'd be sick. Yeah, I'd love a drink.
That's gutty of me. Sorry about
Very
that.
good.
Yeah, I didn't even offer you one. I didn't even realize you didn't have one.
Stock and roll or the
I'll do a stock and row. Yeah, sure.
Back there.
cold tea or
Cold tea, you know it.
But yeah, that's a fucking absolutely crazy story though.
It was wild.
So how, 3 days?
We did 3 days, and like the worst part honestly was like driving from New York to Penn State. Like that was a painful drive, because we did a show in
6-8 hours.
it was like
Because Penn State's Pittsburgh, right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it was about like 4.5 5 hours, but like it wasn't like glamorous traveling, right?
No.
Like so like
There
we
were
were, like,
5 guys in a fucking Toyota
it was literally
Camry.
it was 5 guys in a truck, right, with all the DJ equipment, like all the videographer stuff, and we have this guy D-Rock, actually he plays with a saxophonist named Matty Sax. I don't know what Matt's last name is, but met him a couple times. He's a legend. Matty Sax, right? Matty Sax drove us, but the issue came was they were then going back to New York to play a show, and I was just like, I at that point I was like, I'm out. Like that was kind of like the end of my little stint. Like I had to get back actually for like laissez-faire Sunday long weekend party. That's what I had to get back to Toronto for. Which was sick after not sleeping for 72 hours. Where else would you want to end up but laissez-faire, right? So we are flying out of State College, which is like this like shitty little airport, and I got off stage at 3 a.m. and
Don't tell me your flight's at 6 a.m. or something.
so our flight's at 6 a.m., right? But I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, like this is like so convenient. Like we'll just go to the airport, chill,
Yeah,
whatever,
man.
right?
Great idea.
And then we didn't realize though that it wasn't like an international airport. So the airport didn't open until like 5 a.m. So there's just Reese and I kid you not, we looked like homeless people. Like we're sitting outside
on the park bench.
yeah, we're like on the park bench. We found a Subway, and like we're like begging the guy. We're like, dude, like just let us chill in here, like please. I think we bought a couple cookies, and you like let us stay in there till 4 a.m. But I mean, like it was just an absolute like shit show of a travel schedule, but it was a learning experience, and it was fun. It was really, really fucking fun.
I feel like that's a good experience to have, especially at the age you're at starting your career.
Yeah, like we just drank to pass the time. Honestly, we're like we're just gonna
100%.
keep it going.
Yeah, 100 and again, that's what's like. I remember when we were your age, or even a little bit younger. So when we did nightclubs, anytime we booked a DJ, we would always have George. Like my homie DJ would open, right? But there were some DJs that would just like do mini Ontario tours with like the main act.
Yeah.
So like I can't remember who it was, but I think it was like Dimitri Vegas and like Mike came to Ontario, and they played like 5 different shows. And I forget which DJ went with them. It was like a local guy. And he went and played all 5 shows, because that's what most DJs did when they came. Like, again, this is 15 years ago. They would play, they'd play Toronto, London, Guelph, Kingston, Waterloo. And like, I don't know, maybe sometimes they go out to Ottawa too, and then Montreal, and then they take off. Because there's like, during school season, like London can sell 1,000 tickets
Easily.
Easy.
Like I've had the opportunity to play some really, really cool shows, but in terms of like an actual like crowd reaction, like when you like I like to say like having a rope on a crowd, like being able to really control what's going on, like nothing will beat a college crowd, like ever.
100%.
Ever.
Because the thing is, again, like, so you talk about how like there's like dance floor rotation. There's not really a dance floor rotation in like college towns, because like everybody prees hard, and then they go to the bar. They're pretty fucking hammered already, and they want to rock out. They want bangers for 2 hours straight, and they just want to dance and sing and party and jump and, you know, fucking yell at their friends and kiss their friends and just
That's literally.
And again, DJs are gods in college towns, right? Like it's call spade a spade.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
definitely
I
got to have some
get it.
fun, and it had perks, right?
Yeah.
Plus, like a massive thing about it too was not having to wait in lines, because at university waiting in lines sucks, right? And listen, like, Queens didn't have the lore that Western had, right? Like, let's be honest, like, you go to like the new cool spots like Delilah's, right? If you're a good-looking girl, you're not waiting in line, right? Like, that's just how it works. It's the same on King West, right? They still have that. Queens was totally different. It's like everyone was treated the exact same. It didn't matter if you were the best-looking person or the worst-looking person. It was literally like, okay, yeah, you got here at 10:30. There's a 3-hour line. Wait in line. It didn't matter. So that was like when it became like strategic. It's okay, like, I could just be the resident at one of these clubs, and, you know, like,
Then you get in.
and then I just ended up I'll DJ at Stages, I'll DJ at Ale, I'll DJ at Trend, like all.
So how'd you start your DJ career? I just didn't want to wait in lines.
Literally, like, and trust me, like, and now my friends, like, I'll call them out. They are so spoiled because they never wait in lines. They never had to at university, right? Like, we were allowed to pre until 11:30 and show up at the bar at 12, and it was sick.
Yeah, that was my friend's thing.
And I was just like,
my friends never paid for bottles until like
no.
until like 2022 or 2020, when I stopped working. Because again, we always had promo bottles. So it was like, hey, someone pick up the $20 tip on the bottle or something. And that was it.
Patron promo bottle.
We had everything.
Patron Silver.
We were actually
promo
Kettle
bottle.
One for a long time.
Oh, no
and
way.
then I got into Tito's, so we were Tito's for. Anyways, that's not here nor there. I want to ask, what's your favorite show you've ever?
I was just about to ask this question.
I wasn't going to ask your question because I feel like you've been asking that question for a long time.
I don't want to right now.
Okay, what's your favorite show that you've ever played?
Favorite show I've ever played? It's probably a tie between two. So, like, I'll shout out
Love
Frank.
a good tie.
I'll shout out Frank, because that was like the production, the sound system, and like being able to open for like an artist of that size. Like, that was pretty sick. And like, I've gone to open for some other cool artists, and like closing duties, like open for Zerb. I got to like play with Felix Cartel, like really, really cool guys. But I think like the number one place that I've played would be, I'll shout out, there's this new company called Mosey. Well, they're not really new anymore, but Mosey. They run like all the college parties. And one of like the founders / partners there, like him and I actually we got drafted together, right? So that's how we met.
You got drafted to the O?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about this, guys. I'm not going to go with, yeah, that was my should have made it to the league story. I don't even,
I'm around.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
You're curious.
So there was like the U16 draft and the U18 draft. So like I could be sick and say like, oh, I got drafted in the second round, but like it was the U18 draft, not the U16 draft. But
That's
anyway,
dope.
it was dope. Yeah, like shout out to your yachters, Dave Brown. Thank you. God, it was really sick to put that in my Instagram bio for a year.
The LinkedIn bio.
Yeah, it was really sick to put that in my Instagram bio for a year.
Okay, so sorry. Give the Mosey story.
The Mosey show is probably like the sickest show I've ever done. Like, it was on Toronto Island. They had like 1,500 people there.
Shit.
And because like within my like age, like in like Kingston and London kind of being like the two main party schools, like people at London kind of knew who I was as a DJ, and everyone in Kingston knew who I was like as a DJ, right? So like people were excited, and they were like, yo, dude, like we're gonna give you like the headline sunset slot. So I got to play for like an hour and a half in front of like the rowdiest crowd I've ever seen, and like production was sick. It was like honestly like out of a movie. Like the sun was going down, and like by the end of the set it was like pitch black dark. Like it was unreal. And that's where I met Reese, actually. That's where I met Reese. So
there you go.
Wow.
that was number one, and they're actually doing it again this year. So that was sick. And then another one was like Rose Disco. That was sick, playing with them. So I don't know. I didn't give her an exactly straight answer there.
No,
There's
okay.
been a lot of cool shows.
You did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah,
You're doing a lot of cool
I've
shit.
done a lot of cool shows. Yeah.
But what's your dream venue to play at?
I
that was your question.
Dream venue to play at. It's gonna sound super basic, but like Space Miami. I feel
No,
like you
it's not
can't.
basic. It's like
I feel like you can't. I feel like that's honestly kind of like the. It's like if once you've played there, it's like okay, like I've kind of made it. You know what I mean? Like you get a slot at
if
Space
you were a
Miami.
DJ, where would you play? Like where would you want to play?
Oh, Sphere.
I know mine. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Sphere's a good one.
I was just in
actually.
Vegas this past weekend, and Elenium, is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
Yeah.
He did his show there, and he's a DJ producer, and the fucking like I saw videos, and it was just like mind blowing. So I would say that. Yeah.
I'm shocked you didn't say Ibiza.
No, Sphere.
Really?
Like playing Ushuaia would be dope. But
Yeah.
like Sphere is Sphere, man. Like there's only one in the world. Like there's a million day parties. Like the Sphere is.
Yeah.
What would be yours if you were a DJ?
Probably like just some like party at a beach after Ultra or something in Croatia.
But like where? Like just like
Croatia in
Just a
Hvar.
Croatia
But,
beach.
Like any specific party there, or just like on the
No,
beach?
like something after Ultra.
Like a
one of the
pop-up?
post parties.
Okay.
Got it. I mean, yeah. Like the thing is, though, like I am trying to like now I'm actually trying to find my sound. I guess you could say, right? Like I was good at college parties and like playing for people my age, but now it's like once I've gotten into production and started learning the ropes on that, it's like my biggest inspiration, honestly, like of an artist that I'm trying to follow in that similar sound direction would be Sonny Fodera. Like bringing back kind of like that old school piano house, like it's really, really vibey. Like during like I'm a fan of honestly like all music. Like I won't stick to just one genre, especially within house music. Like I love tech house. I can even get into dubstep, stuff like that. But I think like so many DJs now are going into tech house where it's all just like bass line, heavy drums, this. And listen, we're all guilty of it. Like I love it too, right? There's nothing I'd rather party to. But being able to kind of bring out more of that emotional feeling in people now is the direction I'm taking with my music. So yeah, I think Europe would be a destination. And Space Miami also has that though. Like when I say you talk about dream venue, like Space Miami, you can go anywhere from John Summit to Prospa to like there's so many different ranges of DJs that play there.
To be honest, I actually don't fuck with Space Miami. I'm gonna say
Really?
I thought
that
you
right
like
now.
just posted about it the other day about how you're going.
No, I'm going to Model Volleyball. Model Volleyball did a partnership with Club Space, just because. So I play in this model tournament called Model Volleyball. It's a volleyball tournament on the beach with like all the modeling agencies. And
That's
they're
right up your alley.
Yeah, no, I'm the ugly guy there. It's insane. Like literally, I'm like the ugliest dude there. It's
You had to say
fucking-
model like 10 times in the
I
sentence
know,
so people
right?
knew it. He's playing in a model
No,
volleyball
that's what it's called.
tournament.
Model Volleyball.
No, I know, but you just
Yeah. So they partnered with Club Space. So like during the day from like 9 to 5, there's the volleyball tournament, and then 5 to 10 is a Club Space like party. So it's actually gonna be insane. But the reason I don't,
I guess our invites just got lost in the mail.
I do ugly.
Miami, you guys are welcome to go. I don't know how much tickets cost. I don't have a plug, but no. The problem is, it's like I genuinely love being outside for day drinks, and like Club Space ends at like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you? And I just saw a TikTok about it right now. It was like, get ready with me for Club Space. It's like people woke up at 3 a.m., started preing, and then went at like 5.
yes.
And they went like 5 to 10.
Do you not see Alex Earl's post?
No, I don't follow Alex.
Her and her friends like literally will go to bed for a bit or like go out, go home, get a couple IV injections, and then go back out to the club at like 7
not
a.m.
actually realistic. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
That's why it's like, I just, me personally, I can't get behind it. I'd much rather sleep in, have like a nice brunch, a boozy brunch, and then just day party all day.
Yeah.
Or have a nice dinner, drink at dinner, and then go to a nightclub. Like, for me, I don't understand the 4, 5 till 10.
I think that's when all the creatures come out.
Yeah,
So
it's
like
like
from
really
a DJ's
drug-infested
perspective,
party,
it's
yeah.
like you're getting people that aren't there for Instagram stories and
Yeah,
like
but
and like bottle service.
no,
like
but
you're
it's
getting
also,
the
yeah,
people,
you can
like,
take them on a real journey.
Yeah, you can
Because
take
those are
them-
people that like, some of them are
You're there at
fucking
3 a.m. You're there for the journey. You're there.
Exactly.
Like, you're not there to just kind of fuck around.
You're there to actually experience the performance that is going
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah,
And like it's also a lot. It's almost like you enter. I don't want to say flow state because everyone says that right now, but you enter kind of like everything you're doing is just clicking. Like the next song, you don't need to think about it. You're not debating because you're just so connected with that sort of crowd, right? And like I find that like when you're kind of at that like lower level of DJ that I am, right? Like there's so many gigs that I play where it's so structured. It's like, okay, you can play from like this genre to this genre and like don't go too heavy. Then
Following a template.
You're following a template, right? But on those sets where you're lucky enough to have a crowd that's really there for the music, that's where I find that it's the most fun. It's the most fun, and that usually does happen at after parties. That's frankly where all that stuff happens, right? Like I've packed easily 30 people into my 500 square foot condo.
You live on King West, I'm assuming?
Yeah, right on King West. I moved here last year, and it's great.
We'll chat. We're probably neighbors.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. What takes you from, you called yourself a low level DJ. What takes you to a medium or a high level DJ? In your opinion? So
in my personal opinion, like it really isn't about the money. And like, I know I said I treat it like a business, but that's just to ensure that's honestly just for me personally, right? Like I think that it's a bit of a scoreboard. It's like, okay, like, yeah, like you're making money from a career that you like, you're loving your job, you're not really working. So that's the perspective I have on the money side of things. In terms of the actual, what's going to take me to the next level and what I'm trying to accomplish in the next year. So number one is when it comes to taking over Toronto. So I have a pop-up series that I'm planning right now and really working on. Cool. So we're going to have 4 shows this summer, May, June, July, and August, right? And I think I'm allowed to say the party name, but basically, like, I'm playing on it.
This is coming out next week, so if it's not, don't say it.
No, it's okay. Editing. Then we'll be okay, right? We'll be okay. But the goal right now is just honestly take over Toronto and bring back that vibe that you guys were talking about, like pre-COVID, like actually like energetic, fun, non-judgmental environment of a party where it's like, okay, so I'm playing on actually like the ex-finance bro thing to like stick true to myself. So it's going to be called Out of Office. Like VYTØ presents Out of Office, right? It's going to be a day party, 3 to 4 hours. Come have fun, have a couple drinks, right? Like the whirlwind of a journey I went on with ChatGPT to come up with a name was just wild, right?
I like the name.
Like,
you did good.
But Out of Office, I thought like stuck pretty well with the brand.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity for people, not just like my friends in my network, but for people to come out, have a good time, listen to some good music, and for lack of a better word, not make it cheesy, right? Like it's not going to be like bottle service, this, that. It's like, no, you're coming for music and come connect with people that have like-minded, interests with you, right? And just ensuring that it's one about building my own brand, but number 2 is creating a loyal fan base and people that I can actually connect with, right? Yep. I can post on social media all day, right? And it's like, sure, like someone likes my video. Who knows what the who knows who the algorithm decides to show it to that day. But in-person events, I think, is where it's going to be. And the goal is by the end of the summer, I'm talking about this with the people that I'm building the party with, but to get some like really, really cool DJs that align with my style and who I honestly look up to come and be the headliner at one of these parties. Okay. So we'll see where it goes. We're going to start small, and I'm going to try and make the first one like pretty intimate, maybe 100, 150 people. And I find that like, honestly, like King West summer, think about like, have you guys heard of Rock Huts or like any of those parties or like Azure Day Party?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Azure, yeah, I've been.
Yeah, so like, yeah, like that sort of vibe on a smaller scale. Toronto needs that, right? Mm-hmm. Toronto really needs that. Everyone in the summer in Toronto, it's like Sherry's patio and like.
So wait, are you going to do it on a patio?
It will be outdoors.
Okay.
100% it's going to be outdoors. Praying to God the weather holds up for that day, but it's going to be outdoors. There's going to be some cool brands that we're working with that are going to be there. And I'm trying to keep it all local Toronto, right? Like I work with Sean from Silly Boys, like quick shout out for the shirt. Like Sean's been awesome. Helped me out. He's going to be the one that's actually co-designing the merch with me. Cause it's like, let's be honest, like I'm a small artist. No one's going to want to wear a shirt that says VYTØ on it. Okay.
No,
it's not going to happen, but like working with Sean and
nobody wants to wear things that say the Pals.
I think the Pals hats.
People wear it.
Cool.
They're dope. I'm going to wear
St. Patty's Day. You'll see a couple of these out there.
I believe it.
Me and Danny will be the ones wearing them.
Maybe I'll wear it for my St. Patty's set. I'm playing at Rebel on Saturday.
We gotta get you. Fuck, I'm going to give you this one. I'll give you it off my head.
All right, deal. I'll wear it.
Done.
I'll wear it. Done deal.
Okay, keep it on right now.
I need that one then. That one's broken. There we go.
This is good.
There you go. He's got a hat.
What are you doing with a sweaty ass hat?
It's fucking brand new. I just took it off the wall.
Okay.
You notice it's missing from the wall?
Yeah.
I just took it because we were shooting earlier. Sorry, I cut you off. Continue.
But yeah, like the goal with the party is honestly just bring back those energetic vibes that I think Toronto's really been missing, and not make it so pretentious, right? Like everyone worries about getting into the same 3 or 4 bars in Toronto on King West, or even if you call it Ossington, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just bringing back to creating that community of people. It's like go out, have a good time, and I think just like being on a patio in the summer. Hopefully, I don't mean to pressure you, Justin, but if Stock and Row wants to help out, that'd be sick.
Justin, you heard him.
I'm putting you on the spot now because I won't lie. Ask anybody. This is all I drink. This is really all I drink.
Justin, this is a free ad right here. Free ad right here. Look at this.
Free ad right here.
You got to hook him up with a couple of cases or something, Justin.
That'd be sick. I would very much appreciate it if that happens. Actually, I am a struggling artist after all, right? So. I mean, yeah, like that's kind of like my next little bit. But then to get to that medium level artist that you're talking about would be the goal is to be fully touring by 2027. So I have some originals done, which is super exciting finally. I've been grinding for years on the production side, right? And I started off with mashups and like making remixes of popular songs because that's what the college crowd always wanted.
100%.
And then I was always scared to release my music though. I was always like, oh, what are people going to think? And then finally I was just like, okay, like you've never had an issue with this before. Like who the fuck cares, right?
100%.
So I started putting stuff out on SoundCloud, ended up hitting like I'm in the tens of thousands of streams portal now, which is like big for me. But now when it comes to like the originals, this is what I'm really, really excited about. So I'm planning to do the pop-up of like the out of office thing for my like first official release, which will be exciting.
Fuck yeah.
And that's kind of like the vibe we're going for. So it's like people that actually like believed in me and like supported me. Like that's like the main thing I'm trying to capture at this first party, right? And it's almost like a thank you, right?
Yeah,
so
I love that.
I mean, yeah, like that's where we're going. It's very interesting to see how the music business really works on the back end, right? Like shopping it out to labels, who's interested, what are the deal terms going to look like? And
it's a grind.
Thankfully, I've got Oliver that's turning me in the right directions for this stuff. Because if I was starting, like, I'll plug my parents here. Like I made Ollie come to my house when I told my parents I was doing this full time and quitting the bank. I made him.
You needed backup.
I made him come to my house.
I mean, he just made you look more legit.
Yeah,
that was pretty much it, though,
yeah.
right?
Man.
And like, even my mom was like, you know what, like, if you were just some kid that was like, okay, like I DJ in university and now I'm gonna do this full time, like I'd honestly just tell you to fuck off. But when it came to him, like explaining like this is how things work, like it's obviously an entrepreneurial risk. Everyone knows that,
Yeah,
but we're gonna make educated bets on where we can, take advantageous routes to make sure that we're doing the right things and connecting with the right people, getting myself in the right room in order to have the best chance of being successful with this.
You nailed it too. Obviously, it's any business venture is a risk, and like so I do content part time, and I treat it like a real business too. Like I'm having my first client appreciation event, like happy hour, because you love it. It's a great idea. I'm gonna have all the best agencies in that room, and I'm gonna have a killer 2026 because of it. No, but it's anytime you do these things, you
lack of confidence. I love that.
No, imposter syndrome doesn't even exist in my world. You have to treat it like a real business, because if you were at that finance shop, you're working 60 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're DJing. So let's say you play 3 nights a week. Each set's 4 hours, give or take. That's 12 hours.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the other 48?
So for me, I think the way I thrive is discipline and routine. Like that's been a really, really big thing. And like that's been instilled in me like all the way from the hockey days, right? It's like, okay, sure, your game's at 7:00. Your prep for game day starts the night before. Yep. And so I think like for me personally, when I did quit finance, there was a bit of a shell shock, right? Because it's like my life was so structured. It's like, okay, I'm going to go to work, then I'm going to go to the gym, make dinner, and then go to bed, right? The only way that I think I can give myself the best direction for success is treating this as if I was still working in finance. Yep. I wake up at the exact same time every day. I have the exact same routine every single day.
I was literally going to ask you this, like, how do you hold yourself accountable? Because like you're up all night, but you have to, like, your schedule can change.
You kind of have to. And like a big thing for me too was when I was in that transition period from finance to DJ is I actually went sober. So I went sober for 4 months. And
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was kind of lame. But that also just like because I was doing like the finance thing, DJ was always secondary. And like you said, like you originally started because you want to drink for free and meet girls and whatever.
Like, people can get so lost in it so quickly.
You can get so lost in it, right? And then I was like, you know what? Like, enough's enough. Like, if I love this thing this much, I don't need to drink in order to do it. 100%. And I found I was such a better DJ sober. Such a better DJ sober. Being able to, and like, sure, it's obviously very fun to like party with a crowd and whatnot, but you don't get that, or me personally, I didn't get that feeling where it was like, I could necessarily read a crowd when I was 12 tequila shots deep. It didn't happen, right? So now
you're playing what you want to hear 12 shots deep, not what they want to hear.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I went sober and that was like a big thing for me. And then I planned out my daily routine, how I'm going to structure my days. So like my days are, my friends who chirp me for being unemployed right now are going to laugh at this one. But it's like I wake up, I started doing meditation. That's a big thing.
Fuck yeah.
So I wake up, I actually stretch and I do meditation for the first hour of the day. And I don't look at my phone.
Fuck yeah.
I don't look at my phone. Then I go on my phone immediately. And then that's when I have my morning coffee and nicotine. Because that's like, it's a highlight of my day. Like small wins, right?
100%.
Then...
But you only do that after the meditation?
After the meditation and the stretching, right? That's kind of like the little reward, I guess 100%. You could say, right? So then once I've had that, I read that like, and like this, a lot of this is off of like personal research, but I find that like I am most creative and like free-minded in the morning, right? So typically for the first like 4 hours of the day, it's purely 4 to 5 hours of the day. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer, depending on how I am that day. That's all purely just organic music production. Starting on new ideas, and some great advice that I've got from some producers. Like, even if your ideas suck or you think they suck, the more reps you get in, the better you will get. It's like learning a new language. Anyone can figure out how to DJ. It's not that hard. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like it's complicated. Like, if you watch enough YouTube tutorials, you could DJ.
100%.
But music production, it's a whole new language you need to learn, right? So that's typically like the first 5 hours of my day. Then I go to the gym. That's like my mental break, I guess you could say. Go to the gym. That's usually like I work out for an hour, but I walk there and I walk back just to get my steps in so I don't become a fat fuck. And
you're an Altea guy for sure.
No, Equinox guy.
He said it like 5 times.
I'm an Equinox guy, actually.
I can't believe I fucked that up.
Yeah, Equinox guy. Altea's too expensive.
Equinox. Anyway, continue.
I got the corporate discount still.
My
that's
man's
why.
got that finance bro
exactly.
discount.
It's gonna expire soon, but we're milking it until we get to that day, and then I dedicate at least 2 to 3 hours to content. And like, as I'm sure you know, content takes so much longer than anyone could.
That's what I got him for.
Anyone could imagine. Content takes so long. Sure, like that 15-second TikTok that got like 10 likes and 100 views. That shit took me an hour to make. So like,
don't fucking like that.
Yeah, fucking
now,
like,
comment,
fucking
share,
like
save.
it. Yeah, exactly. Like, comment, share,
I'm gonna
save.
like all your shit. I'm gonna comment on all of it now.
I appreciate that.
I'm
So
gonna do
will
my
I.
best.
I actually already do.
I appreciate you.
Of course. And then at night, like if it's like a Friday or Saturday, like Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, I'm usually DJing. And if it's not, then I will either go back to like producing music or honestly just like kind of freewheeling whatever it is that day, right? Like I don't want to overbear myself when it comes to, because then your productivity and like I find like the creativity aspect, you get what I call like producer ears, meaning that like you're going to keep working on something that sounds like shit and not realize it sounds like shit until you wake up the next day and it's like, okay, I just wasted 3 hours on an idea that sucked that I should have just moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
What, fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Sorry, are you still sober when you DJ? Like 50-50?
50-50. Like, I don't drink as much as I used to, but like, listen, like when the staff are coming around, it's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna give you a shot. Like I'm not gonna say no, right?
Yeah.
And like I don't mind getting a little loose.
Yeah, you're not drinking for purpose. You're drinking for pleasure.
It's also like
Exactly.
you're seeing so many DJs now. They're like 5-10 years into their career and they're doing their first sober show.
Yeah.
Whereas like you've kind of had like a taste of it as you're starting.
100%.
Which is like at least you know you can do it, because a lot of people like John Summit's like the biggest example. Only like last year did he start doing sober shows.
Now we ran a 3:30 marathon.
Yeah.
Right after playing a sober show in Vegas.
Yeah, legend.
That guy's a weapon.
Insane.
Like, he's a weapon.
Yeah, legend.
Absolute legend.
We got to wrap up soon, but I got one more. Actually, Dan, you got anything else before? Who's your dream artist to collab with?
Oh, I actually was gonna ask that.
I gave you the chance. I looked at you.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I'm just trying to hold out right now. That's all I can think about.
What dream collab?
Dream collab. I shouted him out earlier, but honestly, like Sonny Fodera. That guy's music is just unbelievable. He's got such a cool vibe, and he just knows how to differentiate himself without putting himself like too out there. He's just kind of got that like cool factor to him, right? So I shout out to Sonny Fodera.
Big shout out to Sonny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we hope you have a great rest of the year. Obviously, the out of office party's coming up May, June, July. Let us know what it is. We'll make sure we share it. Danny and I, maybe even Gio, we'll tag along to it. We'll check him out.
My Filipino brother right there.
Yeah, I didn't even fucking know you're Filipino. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, wish you all the best this year. If people want to find out more about you, your music career, everything you're doing, where can they go? How can they find you?
I would say either Instagram, TikTok, VYTØ.music, VYTO.music. Don't go to the other guy because my Instagram just low-key got shut down because they thought it was like there was a whole other thing. But VYTØ.music, okay? Just go to that one.
And guys, we appreciate you. Thank you for making it to the end of this. Give Darius or Vito a follow. Give Danny a follow. Give myself a follow. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.